Welcome back to my channel. This is Quantum Visions, and in this video I'm about to touch on a movie called Goodbye Uncle Tom, and it has a lot of crazy slavery events in it and pretty much Jim Crow and all of that events in it. And it also shows you how they treated us in the times when they took us off of those slave ships and how they continue to treat us up until today. But this movie here seems to me, and I always thought about it as something that was real and as something that actually occurred that was being recorded. But I'll leave it up to you to determine whether or not that is the case. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe. Make sure to click the notification bell so that you're able to get all the new videos that are posted. Let's get it. This one gets me every time. This is lovely. It's beautiful. Kids are running. Wonderful music is playing. They're going to have a wonderful time, aren't they? Let's watch it. It's beautiful. Playing Ring Around the Rosie, pockets full of toesies. That's just right. Nothing bad could possibly happen here. Not with these wonderful children. Not here in the meadows with the YT woman, or with the YT woman. There's nothing bad that could happen. I mean, they love us. Oh my. Wow, the tables have turned. Is that little Sarah? Wow.
Il cucciolo nero ancora inabile al lavoro.
And how can we expect to believe that these people who've done such horrible things to us could love us? They've even shown it with their children. Their children can hate you too. Don't you ever get it twisted. You just saw it. But wait. There's more.
Let's imagine we'd want to rid ourselves of them. You wouldn't have to use atrocious methods like gas or deportation. It would suffice simply not to cure the diseases which infest the specimens here in this laboratory. Remember, and I've written this, a healthy Negro is a good slave, and a bad slave is a sick Negro. For example, look at them. Their disease is drapetomania, or the mania to escape. They think only of escape, but not out of an idea of freedom which is understandable in a human. The Negro doesn't have these sentiments. If he escapes only because he is sick. Now here is a perfect example.
We don't have normal sentiment as a human. It's normal for a human to want to escape, but not a Negro. They only want to escape if they're sick. So is that mental or what? Like, the Negro is supposed to want to be a slave, right? Okay.
Of cachexia africana, or dirt eating.
What do they do, Mike?
Oh, no. This is not a muzzle. No. It's simply to keep them from devouring every sort of refuse. including their own excrement and dirt. It's a form of unconscious suicide brought on by a lack of some substance of which we know nothing. Ah, there you are, little bird. There you are. Oh, boy. And look out.
He's a bird? I thought he was a human being. Boy.
Ah, they'll go. Their fear of work and their laziness are such that they've succeeded in outwitting their masters. Now, what do you think of that? Look at these sly foxes. They willingly lose arms, legs, hands, and feet. See how they abuse themselves to get out of work. Then, of course, their masters have to take care of them.
But how could they possibly mutilate themselves to this extent?
So they cut off their own arms. They got splinters. They're sliding on the wooden floor to prevent themselves from having to do any work, because apparently they don't want to be slaves. They want to be free, just like every other human who would want to be free, but they don't have the normal human sentiment. They just want to escape, and they're doing this because they're ill, or like he said, sick.
I tell you, they gave themselves superficial wounds to avoid work. But then they got gangrene, and arms and legs had to be amputated in order to save their lives.
What are they doing here? They're Indians.
Ah, this is one of my many unsuccessful experiments. You see, with Indians, there's absolutely nothing to be done. There's the same difference between a Negro and an Indian as there is between a dog and a coyote. You can put a dog on a leash, beat him, and he'll always be there to lick your feet. Take away a coyote's liberty, and you've cut off his hair. An Indian will never be a slave. No one has ever been able to make them reproduce in captivity. They do not eat, they do not talk, they do not sleep, they do not make love. On the other hand, these people exaggerate. The Negro boasts of an enormous member, not realizing that this is the result of still another disease, which is Eromania elephantina sudanensis. Oh, by the way, I invented this. It's to keep them away from their genitals so they can play with themselves. They have such enormous sexual activity, both fornication and sodomy, that they very, very soon in life, right from infancy, start to develop something that is quite remarkable, a very enormous penis, which causes lack of potency. Naturally, all of this is a great impediment to reproduction. Look at them, these extraordinary creatures, neither man nor beast, that ask to be part of our world. They're as old a race as we, and yet until yesterday they'd never seen a wheel. And their future, they have no future, as they have no past.
Just watching this is ridiculous. We have no future and we have no past.
Tomorrow, as today, slavery will be their only possible privilege. What could they ever do if they don't live in the reflections of our glory and profit by the crumbs from our well-laden table?
Wow. So we are the original crumb snatchers. He said we don't have anything outside of being slaves unto their dominion. This is crazy. This movie is ridiculous. I'm really just showing you the high points of the movie that really give you the insight on the brain and the thought process of these YT people. And this is a primary reason why interracial marriages is beyond problematic. It's against the law. If you are interracially involved, you are breaking the law. And the law is for you not to intertwine with the YT people or any other group of people outside of your own, because of this the stinks that they went to make sure that we were like this. You notice that the women are there are no women in there. Did you notice? Let's go on to the next one.
Excuse us, sir. My colleague and I are here to conduct an inquiry. May we ask you a few questions?
Yes, please, master. I'm at your disposal.
You're here, as it were, to be sold, no?
Of course.
We are truly appalled, sir. We can imagine how you must feel, your fear, your indignation.
On the contrary, why, in my career, I have always been very lucky. I've had masters, each one more humane than the next.
But haven't you ever been treated brutally?
He had some masters that was humane. So I wonder what the rest of them was.
Beaten? Tortured?
In our profession, what counts is to do one's duty. Don't listen to all those stories about the various Uncle Toms and Simon Legrees and so on. It's all nonsense. The truth is that we are valuable merchandise. And have you seen the prices in the market? I know it. I cost more than $2,000. And can you imagine a fool, excuse the expression, a fool of a master who would whip and maim a capital of over $2,000? No! If a slave is a respectable slave, his master treats him with kid gloves, because it takes only one scar, one single scar, and plop, down shoots the price.
So if there's any type of ailments with the slave, the price drastically decreases. We're probably talking, he's probably a big, strong brother. He know how to do everything. He probably gave him play the damn piano and the violin. If he was missing a finger, he probably was worth $5,000. They probably gave him $500 for him.
You know, the client is suspicious.
But, sir, surely you must realize the injustice of your situation. The violation of your liberty, your freedom.
If you speak of freedom, sir, I must tell you something. I am a worker, and workers are not free and never will be. If you speak of my condition, I will quickly say, I don't pay taxes. I'm housed, fed, and clothed by my employer. I work a short week. My medical care is free. I get a Christmas bonus and retirement or permanent disability at...
So this is the rise of Dum Dum Dum, the Uncle Tom.
Expense of my employer, without mentioning this, that in time of war, I am not even obligated to military service.
Oh, but if you're not even paid...
You know, I see the ones which you gentlemen call freed slaves or liberated workers, out from morning till night, working like horses to make ends meet, and they never do. So, just tell me then, what's the difference between us slaves and liberated workers? Huh?
You should be ashamed!
So here he's saying that the fact that black people make $24,000 a year compared to YT people who make $188,000 a year, we are still slaves based off of the condition and what do we have, the things that we have to do to provide for our families in this country. I don't know about any other race or any other nation of people, but the so-called black and brown people, we are still slaves. Worker slaves, to be exact.
Who? Me?
Yes, you! You're a dishonor to your race!
Quit waving that camera around, will you?
All right, but with all the thousands of tormented slaves around in this country, we have to run into that puppet, that wretched collaborator.
Even the YT man know he's a corroborator. He said, forget it, I'll just work along. If you can't beat them, join them. Isn't that the phrase? We're on to our final segment, and this one's a doozy. make sure if you want to see more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe. Let's get it.
My winch.
All right, fetch her here. You've been keeping track of her. You're sure she's in heat?
She's ready for breeding.
Well, I hope so for your sake. You know, Wilson, if she doesn't take the first time, you're not going to like paying another stud fee. How many days ago did she finish?
My missus counted 12. Should be 13 at most with the trip. You can get her mounted right away. I'll be back on the road in a couple hours.
Is it for me, Pa?
Easy. We'll talk about that when you finish school. Now you're going.
What did the little boy say? Is it for me, Pa? Not is she mine. Not who's she for. Not what is she doing here? Is she for you? He said, is it mine? So how can you not understand that they understand, even the children, what's going on, especially if they're part of it? Let's continue.
Doggone.
Is she clean?
Sure enough.
Does she have crabs?
For the love of God, I keep her in the house.
Then she's a virgin?
Of course. You know I've been saving her for Jason.
What? A virgin for a brute like that? He'll split her up the middle.
If he does, I'll sew her up. Come on, Mr. Bighorn. I could have serviced this wench 2 feet from my own back door for $50. If I've traveled 60 miles up country, and I'm paying you $200 cash on the barrelhead, it means I want Jason's seed. Anyway, it's my risk, the way I see it. She's my worry.
All right. That's your...
So he's going to give her body away to be bred upon, to have a big, strong brute, and there isn't anything that she can do about it. Is not even anything that the brother who's getting all of the women can do about it.
business.
Jason, the three-legged stallion.
Hi, Daddy.
How's old Mr. Bighorn's arthritis these days?
A little better since he's been training it out of him and into the niggers.
Now, you can't beat them nigger cubs for curing the arthritis.
Could be, but then I find myself with a litter of crippled pups. Look there.
Where?
Did
Down
he
that...
call us a litter of crippled pups? Bruh, this is disrespectful.
Why?
I don't know. These journalists always want you to look into that damned hole. Hey, Wilson, you wait for me at the breeding pen, you hear? I'll take these foreign gentlemen for a turn around the plantation.
Fine, Mr. Bighorn.
Hello, Father. They keep you busy on a Sunday.
Hey, Tom. What's the matter with you these days? Well, it's been more than 2 weeks since I seen you in church.
I've had a lot to do. The work, Father. Too
I
much
got my
work.
people look like lambs to the slaughter. Or shall I say sheep to the slaughter. And then they're walking with their head down. And then we believe that the things that occurred to us happen to everybody. If you do believe it, you got people in the video I posted saying that this happened to everybody. Everybody went through slavery. Everybody went through slavery. Not like this. Not like this. All right. Yeah. Let me be the devil's advocate. Yeah, okay. Everybody went through slavery. But was it like this? Make sure y'all leave a comment in the comment section so we can dialogue about it, because I know for a fact there isn't any documented slavery worse than this. Not saying that other people's slavery wasn't bad, but this one right here, it's the worst. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get all of my new videos that I post. Leave a comment. Let's talk. Hit me up on TikTok. Same thing. Quantum VP. Twitter. Instagram. QUANTUMVP. I'm out of here. Peace.